There's a storm raging behind the polished walls of family offices, a world built to whisper safety and control but cloaked in silence where the toughest truths hide. You might feel it. It's that gnawing, stubborn itch deep inside that screams something's off. You've built empires, chased bold visions, made deals hard enough to crush bones. And yet, when you lean into what family offices show you, it's like the lights dim and the wind dies down. Comfort comes wrapped in shiny promises, but underneath, stories they never tell, mistakes they don't admit to, realities too raw for glossy brochures. This isn't just business. This goes to the core of your freedom, your legacy, your soul. And it hurts. Realizing the structure you trusted to protect your world can sometimes feel like the cage you're trapped in. Here's the first brutal truth most will never spell out. Family offices are designed to preserve the status quo, not disrupt it. They thrive on systems built around yesterday's rules, on playbooks frozen in time. Their mission is security. But security for whom? Too often, it's security for those managing the office, the insiders playing safe, not for the bold visionaries and founders who craved revolution. You're told to rely on layers of advice, lawyers, accountants, consultants. They build a fortress of complexity so thick, only the counted few can truly see through it. But that fortress can trap you, fence you in with red tape and stale thinking, all while your family's real power quietly slips away, buried beneath endless meetings nobody dares to disrupt. Imagine spending decades chasing radical ideas, pushing boundaries, and in the end, your family office consults risk as if it's a warning sign instead of a signal to double down. They fear volatility like it's the enemy, but volatility is where the next big moves hide. Family offices often preach caution, cloaked as wisdom, but what they rarely admit is that this caution can kill opportunity faster than any market crash. The iron cage of safe investment creates a slow bleed where innovation fades, and the furious fire of creation turns to ash. What if this very institution supposed to secure your future is quietly shackling your most precious asset, your ability to think beyond current limits? This is a betrayal that's subtle, but total. And trust? Oh, that fragile beast. Family offices love to wear the mask of trust, but too often it's transactional, surface level, playing roles so the real conversations never happen. Deep down, it's a game of optics. Keep things neat, controlled, quiet. Difficult questions get shunted aside because they disrupt the peace. The people steering these ships know that open storms are dangerous, not because your interests are protected, but because conflict threatens their position. The cost? Your family legacy becomes a draft of disconnected voices where true alignment and genuine unity is lost in the hum of diplomacy and fear. Who is really steering? Who paints the true picture? Often that question is met with silence. Now, your circle, the advisors, the trusted generals behind the scenes, they're vital. But here's what nobody says loud enough. The louder your family office proclaims control, the more it hides cracks. Coordination without critical challenge is the luxury of comfortable mediocrity. These systems weren't built to break molds. The rare brilliance that can reshape the future is misunderstood, pushed aside, left isolated. It's lonely at the peak, and the infrastructures you count on to connect you with other firebrands? Those links are often weak, misaligned, or outright missing. Without fierce partnerships and real synergy, even the greatest talents combust alone. Their explosive power bled away in isolation. Look at what's being traded under the table. The silent compromises, the slow erosion of autonomy. Family offices rarely tell you that the more control you delegate, the less sovereignty you keep over your vision. Wanting to juggle the family's wealth and impact? Great. But the system often nudges you toward consensus, conformity, balanced decisions that water down audacity for the sake of peace. That's the soft death of legacy. Every radical founder, every investor who dares to burn rather than bend, knows this pain intimately. It's the feeling of your will being chipped away by invisible hands, a slow strangling disguised as governance. But here's the light that's often forgotten, the pulse beneath the surface. Power lies in liberation, not control. The family offices that last, no, the family offices that thrive, are those that reject the trap of traditional structures. The ones that understand freedom is not a buzzword, but a ruthless practice. Freedom is about wielding your will like a weapon, tearing down the comfortable illusions, and rebuilding everything on your own terms. It's about having the courage to defy consensus, call out what's broken, and create fierce, selective alliances with those who burn with the same wildfire you do. This is no place for the many. It's the network of the rare, the misunderstood pioneers who refuse to accept the easy path. How do you do this? Start with questioning everything. Not just your family office's advice, but the very foundations of how your wealth and legacy are managed. From investments that seem too safe, to governance models that promise harmony but breed silence. Each layer can be peeled back. Look for misalignments. Where is your vision diluted? Where do decisions pause out of fear rather than strategy? Challenge complacency relentlessly. Because inside this discomfort lies your next breakthrough. The old rules were never meant for you. The disruptor, the visionary. Your blueprint must be different. Forge connections beyond the walls of what you know. The truly powerful don't build closed circles. They build bridges across wild, unexpected terrains of talent, thought, and passion. Seek partners who question you, who spark debate, who amplify your essence rather than dull it. Because true synergy comes not from sameness, but from the potent clash of difference. When rare sparks collide, and light fires no safety net can contain. This is the power family offices don't advertise. Networks of radical individuals, linked fiercely by purpose, synergy, and relentless momentum. Patience, too, is your secret weapon. Great transformation never happens from a single leap, but through relentless, strategic persistence. The long game favors those who endure the discomfort of change, who don't flinch from isolation, who keep stoking their fire even when the world calls for quiet. The family office may crave immediate calm and perfect balance, but you must endure the heat of conflict and creative destruction to unleash what's truly next. Don't settle for the illusions dressed up as solutions. Don't buy the comfort of a secure structure that kills your essence. Your legacy isn't just about wealth held or passed down. It's about unleashing a force, a collective of sovereign individuals bound not by rules or walls, but by shared rebellion against the limits imposed on human potential. The brightest fire burns where the system fears to tread. To rewrite the rules is not just an act of rebellion. It's an act of survival for your vision, your family, and the future you must create. It's time to stop waiting. The true family office isn't the one that whispers safe answers, but the one that challenges, provokes, and ignites. It's the autonomous network where the rare gather, where your misaligned brilliance finds its match, and together you become something unstoppable. This is where freedom is forged, not in comfort, but in the rage to become more, to break every chain, to build legacy the system forgot how to hold. Your path forward won't be easy. It will demand ruthless clarity, fierce selectivity, and the courage to burn every bridge that leads back to complacency. But the prize? Total sovereignty over your world. The raw power to shape reality, not react to it. To become the founding signal in a network of sparks that light the future beyond all old flags, beyond all empty promises. This is the secret family offices hope you never uncover, because once you do, nothing can ever hold you back again. The question isn't what the family offices aren't telling you. The question is, will you have the fire to rewrite the story yourself? Will you rise above the illusion to reclaim your power? Will you join the few who refuse the borrowed life and build the network where your legacy will not only survive, but explode in brilliance? The world waits for those who dare to be more. The rest live quietly inside the lies. This moment is your ignition. Burn, don't bend,